How's it going, everybody? My name is LuckyBunz, and in today's video we're going to be going over Chespin Community Day and how good Chesnaught actually is with Frenzy Plant in Pokemon Go. Now with that being said, as always, if you guys do end up enjoying this video, if you do find it helpful, please make sure to smash that like button down below, helps me out a ton with the YouTube algorithm. But with that being said, let's go and get started. Okay, so first up, this Comm Day is going to be taking place on Saturday, January 1st, 2023, the first Comm Day of the year, and it's going to be from 2 to 5 p.m. your local time. Now specifically for the bonuses featured during this time window, we're going to have 3-hour lure modules as well as 3-hour incense like normal, 1/4 egg hatch incubator distance, 2 times catch candy, and a 2 times chance to receive extra large candy from catching Pokemon if you are level 31 or higher, 2 special trades along with 50% less Stardust when you're actually trading Pokemon, and you have up to a total of 100 trades per day, and then finally you're going to get 5 free Chespin from snapshots. Now for the second part of the event, it is going to take place from 5 to 10 p.m. in your local time, and this is going to be the in-person raids only. So for the featured raid boss during this time, we're going to have the second stage form, which is going to be Quilladin, I hope I said that correctly, and once you defeat this raid boss, Chespin is then going to spawn in the wild within 300 meters of the gym. Based on previous Comm Days, this does extend pretty far and hits most of the relevant spawn points. So combine this with lure modules and it actually works pretty well, although I really wouldn't recommend using more than your free pass on these raids unless you missed the previous time window. Then I would definitely recommend going through and doing as much as your heart desires, because the shiny rate is still going to have the boosted odds of 1 out of 25 during this time period. Next up, let's talk about the exclusive moveset Frenzy Plant. So you're going to have between 2 to 10 p.m. to evolve your Chesnaught to get it with this moveset. And this is going to be a 2-bar charge move that does 100 damage in raids as well as 100 damage in PvP. Now specifically for Chesnaught, we're going to go over the raid analysis as well as the PvP analysis right here in a second, but I want to mention that out of all the Pokemon that have gotten Frenzy Plant so far, Chesnaught is actually one of the better ones. So with that being said, let's take a look at Chesnaught in the raid/gym meta first. So while Frenzy Plant is definitely an improvement to Chesnaught, and it's also one of the better Pokemon to get access to Frenzy Plant, this grass-type Pokemon does fall a bit short when you compare it to the competition. Kartana is still the best grass-type Pokemon, non-Mega, in the game, and it's actually about 7 points higher than Chesnaught, which is quite significant on the ER scale. Now of course though, if you are newer to the game and you don't have access to Kartana or like a whole bunch of Kartana, then Chesnaught is going to be a great addition to your grass-type team. It's pretty much on the same level as Tapu Bulu, but you don't need to invest any rare candy or get legendary candy for it, so that's great. And it's also going to be better than Roserade, Tangrowth, and even Celebi with the exclusive moveset Magical Leaf. So yeah, you know, Chesnaught definitely has a lot going for it. Even though it's not going to be as good as Kartana, it doesn't mean that it's a bad grass-type Pokemon. It's actually a pretty good grass-type Pokemon, all things considered. So as always, my recommendation for those of you guys that want to build some of these during this Comm Day is to catch as many high-level Chespin as you possibly can. 5,000 Stardust to power up would be level 30 just for reference, and then from there I would evolve anywhere from 4 to 6 of your best IVs with the highest level, and then those are going to be instantly battle ready with no Stardust investment whatsoever. So you save a bunch of Stardust, and honestly, even regardless of the IVs, these are going to perform incredibly well until you're able to get access to better options like Kartana in the future. Now when it comes down to maxing a single Chesnaught out to level 50 though, in my opinion, I really don't think it's worth it, for the main reason that it's not that meta relevant in the Master League. Like, it's not terrible in Master League, but it's more of a spice pick out of anything, and considering that Stardust is definitely a commodity in this game, I just recommend saving your Stardust for something else. Now keeping that in mind though, even though it doesn't rank that well in the Master League, when it comes down to Great League as well as Ultra League, it does rank within the top 100. So let's take a look at how this Pokemon actually fares against the current meta. So first up, let's take a look at Chesnaught in the Open Great League with Frenzy Plant as well as Superpower, Vine Whip as the fast move. It gets key wins against Azumarill, Lantern, Swampert, Galarian Stunfisk, and Sableye. So 2 of these Pokemon are actually extra large Pokemon, Azumarill and Sableye. Definitely awesome to see it taking wins against those 2. Galarian Stunfisk also a really common pick, same thing with Swampert, and even Lantern with the recent update. Now you have to keep in mind though that Chesnaught is going to have a double weakness to flying type Pokemon, being both a grass type as well as a fighting type Pokemon. So honestly, if you go up against a flyer, you're definitely going to get wrecked. Additionally, on top of that though, Trevenant and Medicham also take these wins, both really common Pokemon to see. Now let's go and take a look at Chesnaught in the Open Ultra League though, so again running the exact same moveset. Key wins against Swampert, Obstagoon, Galarian, Stunfisk once again, Scrafty, and Walrein. Now in my opinion, these are some really great key wins, especially because Walrein is such a prevalent Pokemon in the Open Ultra League. Swampert's really common, Galarian Stunfisk isn't as common, Obstagoon became a lot more accessible to people last year, and Scrafty, like honestly, if you have it, you're probably going to be running it. I use this Pokemon all the time. So Chesnaught definitely having some great coverage in my opinion, but of course also losing out to Talonflame, Trevenant, Giratina Altered Form, Nidoqueen, and Cresselia. Now Nidoqueen did get nerfed this past season with Poison Fang, so I mean, it's still a little bit prevalent here, but people may not be running it as frequently as they once did before. So basically, in conclusion, I would build one for the Great League, the Ultra League, and then probably try and get a Lucky Shiny just to power up as a unique Grass type user. That's just a personal preference though. You really don't need to do that, just one for the Great League and the Ultra League will be fine. Now if you are newer to the game, I would also grab about 4 high level ones to evolve, anywhere from like 4 to 6, to evolve into Chesnaught to use for your Grass type raid team. It's a really solid Pokemon, and honestly one of the best ones that we've gotten with Frenzy Plant up to this point. And even thinking like a little bit more into the future, once this Shadow variant gets released, this is definitely going to rank really high in the meta. But of course, just even now without the Shadow variant, it's still a great budget type, Grass type attacker to add to your raid team, especially if you don't already have Kartana. But of course, with that being said, that's pretty much going to be everything in terms of how good Chesnaught is in the overall meta. Now of course, with that being said, I do want to go through some additional tips and tricks for those of you just preparing for Comm Day in general, so let's run through this real fast. So first of all, if you don't know what the Fast Cats trick is, with or without the AR method, definitely make sure to learn this before the upcoming Comm Day. Most of you probably already use this, but for newer players, it's seriously gonna be like game changing. It improves your catch speed tremendously. A complete video tutorial is going to be available in the description down below, so make sure to check that out if you don't know how to use this trick already. Next thing is going to be to create a search tag for all of the Chespin you want to evolve. You can check quickly for good IVs and hundos by typing in the 3-star and 4-star respectively. 4-star only if you just want to see if you got any hundos. For PvP IVs, I'm going to leave a video link once again in the description down below, as well as in the top right corner right now. This is going to be a full breakdown on how to actually find PvP IVs and also how to go through and check all of your Pokemon really fast. That way you don't waste too much time during Comm Day. Okay, next up, let's go over the Mega Evolution. So these 3 Pokemon are going to give you access to the Mega Grass type boost, Mega Venusaur, Mega Sceptile, and Mega Obama Snow. Once again, whichever one you have at Mega Level 3, prioritize that over the others. If you don't have any at Mega Level 3, I guess just if you have any of them at Mega Level 2, but seriously guys, like Mega Level 3 makes a massive difference compared to Mega Level 2. Either way though, you still are going to get additional candy from having a Mega Evolution active during the Comm Day, so highly recommend it. Following that, let's talk about storage space and bag space. So storage space up first. Generally, I recommend having a minimum of 100 open slots, ideally 250 plus. If you're still having trouble though, I have an excellent storage management guide. Again, I'm going to link in the description down below, so make sure to check that out. Bag space, red plus great, and ultra balls, a minimum of 200 combined, ideally 500 plus combined. Also, I'd recommend having pineapple berries, at least 25 to 50 is my recommended amount, just so you can get that candy for the evolutions really quickly if you don't have that much time to play. And then finally, the Picnicker Medal. So basically, you just want to drop lures at your most popular grind spot right when the event starts, like right at 2 o'clock, guys. Because basically the way that this works is that you get 1 point every single time someone catches a Pokemon off your lure module. So pretty much in the right location, you can make some great progress, especially since your lure module is going to last 3 hours thanks to the event bonus. So with that being said, that's pretty much all I have for you guys in this video. If you're still looking for some more additional content though, you can check out these 2 videos right here. But before you go, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you all real soon in the next one.